Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. This time bringing you the top 5 things Bloodborne could have done better. Let's not waste any time, let's get right into it. Number 1 is going to be the interactivity, guys. I feel like Bloodborne didn't implement anything to make you feel as if you were a hunter amongst hunters. Yes, there were characters like Eileen the Crow and Alfred the Hunter, but the game is very lacking in human interactivity. Imagine turning on Bloodborne, heading to Central Yarnum, and seeing other fellow human-controlled hunters in the middle of a battle, or finding someone walking around lost and being able to help them on the fly. Maybe they see you wearing a cool garb that they want to find, or they see the badass weapon you have equipped, and being able to show them immediately where to get it. 90% of the time you do play with others, they're trying to murder you, and I think there's enough things in Bloodborne already trying to do just that. Number 2, guys, it has to be the multiplayer. Now this goes with the first one, but what I mean is when you are stuck in an area or can't seem to defeat a boss, you use the small resonant bell to summon a random person into your world to help. The game has emotes for you to sort of interact with the other player, but honestly most of them are useless. You often find yourself using the point emote to signal something that is there or to show that that's the way to go. It desperately needs an in-game text chat. I know you can add that player and start a party chat, but not everyone has a mic or feels comfortable with some random person they met online just talking at them at 3 in the morning. Even when you do have an actual human friend that you know in real life, the game sometimes just won't cooperate. It operates on a password system, being that if you wish to play with a friend, you both put in the same password and the game matches you up due to both of you having that password. But I can't tell you how many times the game just refused to work. Either it didn't work at all or it took ages to finally connect. It's 2015 from software. Get your shit straight, please. Now, at the risk of sounding like a noob, well honestly for Bloodborne and the Dark Souls series I am. This was the first Dark Souls type game that I've ever played, and I put that in air quotes because it is very much in the same style, and as you all know it's pretty much 70% like Dark Souls, with some key differences here and there. For me, number 3 has to be how cryptic the game is. Going in, I knew it was going to be tough as shit, just on what people were saying, the reviews and stuff. But like many other games, you could be playing Halo 17 and it will still teach you the basics and how things work and what to do until you get in the rhythm of things. This game just throws you in the water, or should I say blood, and tells you start kicking your legs and hope you don't drown, buddy. Until eventually, either through a guide or just by sheer luck, you figure out how everything works. When I play video games, honestly, I don't look for guides. You know, I do not Google anything, no cheeses whatsoever. But this game was so cryptic, I almost went on Google and typed, "What the fuck do I do in Bloodborne?" I even considered selling it because of how frustrated I was. I'm so glad that I didn't, but many of my friends that played this game sold it or traded it because they had no idea what to do. I told like 3 friends to buy this game so we could play together, and out of all 4 of us, I'm the only one that didn't quit on this game, and honestly, I don't blame them. Now, you can call it stupid or, like I said, noobs, but a little help just to get the basics would have been greatly appreciated. Number 4 could be a little bit of a nitpick, but I feel like the game's difficulty isn't balanced appropriately. For example, the first part of the game, Central Yarnum, can be extremely difficult at the beginning, but once you notice you can just run past everything, you can skip the first boss on the bridge, go down in the sewers, fight the much easier Gascoigne, level up, and come back to the first boss and still get demolished. The boss's difficulty has a lot to do with the player's playstyle, but while some feel incredibly easy like the Bloodstarved Beast, others seem extremely brutal for how early you encounter them in the game, like Vicar Amelia. Like I said, this might seem like a nitpick, but when you take into account that some bosses are optional and they are in theory the best part of the game, sometimes you feel powerless to stop them, like Ebrietta's Daughter of the Cosmos, while in other cases you feel like you're unstoppable, like with the Celestial Emissary boss. Keeping in mind that you fight these 2 bosses right after each other, the sudden spike in difficulty can be frustrating and at times seem unfair. I seriously debated on whether I should even put this on the list, but at the end of the day, I feel like it was sort of a missed opportunity. Number 5 has to be the story. Now, I know that Dark Souls games have never been about the story, and they leave a lot of it to the interpretation of the players, but I feel like From Software created such an amazing and interesting world in Bloodborne that it would have been nice just to get concrete facts about why certain things happened and why certain characters are the way they are. Imagine a Bloodborne story where you are emotionally attached to Vicar Amelia, only to see her transform into such a horrific beast and having to take her down. The most memorable boss fight is that of Father's Gascoigne, because you know what he's been through, you know what he's lost. Even that wasn't a part of the story. A more anxious player wouldn't have taken the time to unravel the story of the little girl that went in search of her mom and dad, only to die in the sewers shortly after her adventure had begun. The lore is so deep and rich that if this game would have had a decent story via cutscenes or more interactions with other characters, it would have made for such a more memorable experience. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.